Welcome to our second of the 2020 Supermoto Track Days here at Three Sisters in Wigan. Ideal conditions, quite dry, although cold, so it's bobble hat weather. And what we'll be doing today, we'll also be having a chat later on with some of the younger riders who'll be competing in this year's British Supermoto Championship. Well, welcome to our second of the Supermoto Track Days this year at Three Sisters here in Wigan. Rather cleared up now as well. We've had a torrential rain all morning, but I'm glad to say that it's now dried out quite nicely and the sun's come out, but it's really cold. But I'd like to introduce you to four of some of our younger riders from this year's British Supermoto Championship. And if I start on the far end, first of all, we've got Riley, followed by Lewis, Ben, and Alex, who will all be riding in different classes. Not all of them this year, different classes. We've got Riley on the end that will be riding in the 450s. And then we have Lewis, Ben and Alex who will be riding in the 250s lights class. So it just gives us a chance really to catch up with them all before we go back out after the dinner time session here at Three Sisters. So if we go first of all over to Riley, a big step up this year, Riley, to 450s. You're looking forward to it?
Yeah, massive step from a 250.
It is a big step up, isn't it? It's but do you feel fairly confident with it?
Yeah, well, with past two track days, I feel like I've built up lots of confidence with it.
And I think that's the feedback. I've watched you on these last two track days here, and for sure, the skill level has come on. The proof will be in the pudding when there's other people around you on a 450 as well in the race conditions. But I think I'm delighted to see you.
Big confidence builder, racing with big bikes as well. I mean, we could all say that. Jumping from racing with little bikes, we all other little kids, and then being with adults.
I think that's important, isn't it? It's because then you'll get carried along with others as well, and their speed. But yeah, from what I've seen up to now, things look good. Yeah? Turning no Saru's beeping a horn in the back. So thanks very much for that. And then if we're going to go now over to Lewis. Lewis, you've come from the academy class.
Yeah.
And now, as I said to you this morning, they're signing on. It's hard to tell who's who now because everybody's growing so tall as well. And move up to a 250 now.
Yeah, definitely. The last 3 years I've been riding the 85 in the academy class, and then today's been my first time on the 250. So just getting comfortable on it, just getting used to it. Much bigger and more powerful. So yeah, just getting used to it.
Yeah. So how do you feel up to now? They say getting used to it. Is it a massive difference or?
Yeah, I mean, it's taller. It's more comfortable for me because I'm more like a taller rider.
Yeah, your body position looks a lot better on that.
Yeah. So and it's more powerful, which I like. The more and more I ride it, the more and more I get used to it, and more comfortable in it. So.
And we're not far off the season starts. Our warm-up day on the 14th of March. So days like this are ideal to get some practice in. And this is not around the corner for you guys, neither, particularly you two guys. It's a little bit of a journey to get up here to Wigan. So we're delighted to see you up here getting that bit of practice in. I guess it's not far off the 14th of March when our warm-up day starts. So it all helps, doesn't it? Okay, Ben, you've been in the lights class before, so this is your second year, if I'm right, in the lights class.
Yeah.
Did really well last year.
Yeah, I don't think that, but I prefer my little bikes, if I'm honest. I've been on 250 for a while and I've still not gotten used to a 4-stroke.
Okay.
So I'm struggling a bit on that, but I'm just going to practice a bit more on it, get used to it.
Well, maybe last year, first year, hard to tell by really, isn't it? So maybe this year's going to be the real tell, isn't it?
Yeah, first year was just learning about the bike, so hopefully this year I'll actually progress.
Yeah, that's what we want to see, don't we? So you weren't that far off the championship last year.
Nah, but I missed 2 rounds, one because of an injury in a enduro race, and then the other, I had a crash at Teesside and I wasn't allowed to race the rest of the day.
Okay.
So that ruined my championship. So.
Oh, well, good luck. And then we go to Alex. This is Alex, this is your first year on the lights. Again, another one jumping up from the academy.
Big jump from the 85. I was trying to find the grip, get used to the bike, trying to find the traction on the track. But,
But again, watching you in the academy class doing really well, all sorts of conditions, the wet, the dry and all sorts, you were doing really well.
I
Like
had some
all of
good
these
battles
guys.
with Ben last year. No, not last year, the year before. Then I claimed the championship last year, and hopefully me and Ben can battle it out this year.
Yeah, well, that's what I like to see. From my point of view, it's great to see youngsters coming through, but now we're going from what I would class as the youngsters up into the youth now. And as we're taking up to the youth, surely one of you guys is going to be the elite champion of the future. I don't want you to say who it is now, because it'd be unfair to say that, but I think these definitely have all got great futures ahead of you in Supermoto.
Yeah.
And you may then decide to go into different things. Look at the likes of Christian Hidden, Keith Farmer. All those guys have gone into British Superbikes.
And it'd be good to get up there with Chris and that.
Yeah, and that's another thing. The likes of the Chris Hodgson, the likes of some of the top elite riders we have now, they all admire what you guys are doing. And they all sort of nurture and coach you as well at the same time, don't they? So that'll be great to see. Well, one of the biggest questions we get asked time and time again is the preparation of a Supermoto bike to make it ready for scrutineering at any race events or a track day. And we have here Ben Bayfield's 250 Supermoto bike. But if we start at the top, one of the most essential things from around the handlebar area is we need handguards, and those handguards must be fully wrap-round handguards, and as we can see they wrap around right the way around the end of the handlebars to the end. That's not only to protect the rider's hands, it's also to protect the circuit should the bike be dropped on the floor. Moving further down the bike, we will also notice on the foot pegs there will be foot peg sliders. And those foot peg sliders there are there for exactly the same reason, pretty much the same also with front and rear axle sliders. They're there to protect the circuit more than anything. In terms of spillages for fuel and fluids, in terms of your radiator, there should be an overflow reservoir that goes either into the frame or a catch tank that you can fit. And also, if we look further down, all sump plugs should be lock wired, and that secures them should they become loose and oil spills all over the track. So if we had a little bit of a recap, the simple way to look at it is hand guards, peg sliders, foot peg sliders, and also lock wire. Add in some catch tanks, and virtually you're ready to go with a Supermoto bike out on circuit. Well, coming to the end here at Three Sisters today, we've had an absolutely fantastic day, and that leaves us now to head towards our warm-up event for the British Supermoto Championship, which will take place at the same venue on the 14th of March. We look forward to seeing you all then.